Hey Tessa, just a few updates. I removed the Active Campaign plugin because we aren't using it and just don't need stuff that we're not using. Um, and another thing is, I was trying to figure out how to fix the issue with sending emails for people who have logged in, right? And so I made sure that your website is tracking, or I made sure Active Campaign is tracking that your website is logging people in. So I added the tracking code to the Thrive dashboard, basically. Um, Here, where is it? In the analytics and scripts. So I added the tracking for Active Campaign here. Which is what that plugin was doing originally, but we never activated it because we weren't using it yet, and we don't need that plugin. It's better to have less plugins if there's another way to do it, and this does the same thing. So now we're tracking when people log in to swingliteracy.com, or really when they visit any page on swingliteracy.com, and it's already working. You can see Linda shows she visited a couple different pages already. So now to make the emails work, basically you're going to have to go into this automation and set up an email to send them if they haven't logged in 2 months, and an email maybe to send after 3 months of not logging in. That's your actions, but let me walk you through how this works. So the first thing is to notice that when someone gets added to Momentum by one of these two tags, right, yearly or monthly member, they will get put into this automation here, this automation. And when they get the tag removed, basically they cancel in for some reason, they get that automation removed, right? They're removed from this automation. So that's the first thing to note. And I think this is a good thing going forward. Anytime you want to add or remove, like anytime we want to do something with members in an automation, we can add something here and remove it here, basically, if we're creating another automation that's for members. So when they become a member, they get entered in the automation. When they cancel, they exit the automation. That way, we only have one automation that enters and exits other automations for Momentum members. Now, the other thing to note is this: I added this automation which tracks the last Momentum login date. So every time someone hits a page that has to do with Swing Literacy Momentum or Swing Literacy modules, then they will get logged in. Now, once we add the theory module, we might need to adjust this somehow, but to check if it's the theory module that they're entering. So we will have to adjust this at some point, but for now, I think it's basically as soon as they log in, it updates a new field in their contact record. You can see here, last Momentum login date, 10/6, which is today. So it'll keep automating that. And what that does is, in this section here, basically, someone gets entered into this when they join Momentum. It waits 2 months, right? It sends them an email, waits another month, sends them an email, just like telling them, hey, you haven't logged in. We got a bunch of new stuff. We recommend you check it out. Something like that. But we want these to be like stuff that we don't have to update. So it should just be like, check it out. There's, at least 2 new modules or something like that. Whatever you think will be normal. Now, the way that they get pulled out of this automation is one of 2 ways. Either they cancel or they log in, right? And logging in doesn't pull them out, but logging in here, basically, when they log in, they will, this will recognize that they logged in by the last Momentum login date is the current date, right? So whenever that happens, that it's the current date, it's going to pull them out. send them to the go to another action, which just brings them back to the beginning here. So a good example to see how this works is to go ahead and add Linda into this. And it's not really a big deal if she's in this for now. And, you know, even if this got sent, nothing is getting sent here. This is not set up yet. But so I'm going to go ahead and add her. We're going to want to add everyone this first time, since we're going to want to add everyone to this No Momentum login that's a member. But for now, let's just test it with her to make sure everything is working correctly. And so she should now be in No Momentum. There she is. And if we view where she's at, I'm guessing for her it's going to be like maybe a weird little loop that she just keeps doing today. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Let's look at what happens. So she was immediately pulled to this goal. She went here, and now she's in this wait action right now to wait for 2 months, which is perfect. So the next time she logs in, it's going to do the same thing. And log in, she doesn't actually have to log in. She just has to visit the page while logged in, right? Or technically, I suppose she could even visit the page while not logged in. And it would still remove this, but I think that's the safest way to do it, is for this, the way I've set it up. So basically you just need to write 2 emails, or if you want more emails, that would be fine too. This basically is only going to give them 2 emails. You know, you might want to send like an email every month, or even we could, even if they don't log in, we could start them over, right? Actually, does that happen now? Let me see. Okay, yeah. The way that I have it set up right now is basically whether they log in or not, you know, once they get sent this email, they'll get put back into this section again. And you can see here, I've done that by continue any, if the contact does not meet this goal, when they hit this point, continue anyway. So I do like that, because that avoids you having to create a whole bunch of different emails. And you don't have to create, you know, 2. You could even just create 1, and then you only email them every 2 months. That would be fine. Basically, the way this works is if they don't log in, you know, 2 months later, and they still haven't logged in or visited any pages, they get sent a reminder email. Then 1 month later, they get sent a reminder email. If they still haven't logged in, it's going to wait 2 more months and send them a reminder. Then 1 more month and send them a reminder. I kind of like that spacing, rather than every single month reminding them. But it could be wait 3 months and then wait 3 months, and then I'm trying to think, like, it could be that we could somehow set it up to just after that first wait period, if they log in, or if they never log in after that first one, it just goes every month, reminding them, hey, there's new stuff, go check it out. But I think this could work just fine. Anyway, that's the general essence of this. If you like this idea, write up some emails, let me know when you've done them, and I'll check them out. But the general idea is, hey, we know you haven't logged in a couple months, and we just want to make sure you've seen our most recent updates over the last couple of months. Click here to go find them. And then same here, we notice you still haven't logged in. And we wanted to check in with you to make sure everything's okay, or something like that. And then just repeat them. But yeah, we can discuss the details of it more, and we can analyze it more if we want something different to happen based on if they've logged in versus if they haven't logged in at this point. But that's the general idea of what's going on. All right, let me know what you think.